Good morning and hello. Still in my PJs. See that? Yeah. Anyways, we got a little bit done with the bug. Gave me a little bit of excitement. I posted up on Reddit on the our Beatles forum and got some encouraging comments, as well as felt like a dummy because I was trying to put it in reverse in the wrong spot. But I think I've sorted out with the help of a few folks. I'll throw a picture of their screen name on the end of this video. But I'm trying to trace this cord out. And I'll flip you around and keep rambling for a moment. So I totally didn't know my phone. You could turn the light on while you're recording. Learn something new every day. But anyways, see that piece of metal tube there on the left? That's supposed to be through the fan shroud. And noob mistake, I didn't know. The easiest way to get it out would be just to, drop the engine. It's only 4 bolts, right? No, that was a pain in the butt without all the appropriate hardware. So I'm gonna try to take some extra line. I got some cable, like speaker wire, but I don't really want to use it. This is the same cable I use for repairing my iPhone charger. I'll probably put that video towards the end of this next week when I get back to internets. But I think I'm gonna strip this down, and it's got this little thin wire in it that holds up pretty good. I'm going to try to retrace the throttle cable and just duct tape it or electrical tape it to the throttle cable. Pull it through, then take that, disconnect the throttle cable and try to get that straw out and stick it the other direction. I know that's a lot of talking, doesn't really mean stuff, but I'll try to throw you on time lapse in a good visible position. We'll see what happens. Also, this bolt with a 17mm head. I think it's a 17, and I'm hoping it's going to fit in the drain plug and the fill plugs on the transmission. Stick it in there, take a pair of vice grips to put on it. I had one made for the bus. I don't know where it's at, where I had them actually weld it to a socket. But it's still cheaper than an Allen wrench, I think. Could be wrong. It's been cold in Georgia. Sorry I'm so nasally. So I'm not sure you can see this, but the idea is this throttle cable, hands annoying, right there. I'm going to take and tape this orange wire around it, so when I feed it back through the back, I can kind of grab it and pull it back forward easy if I need to. Relatively easily. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We'll see. So I got this out. I'm not entirely certain, but I think the throttle's supposed to come through this hole, maybe. I hope we can kind of bypass that. If not, I don't know. This all seems very difficult right now. Push comes to shove, I may take the 10 snips and snip, snip. Maybe not. Don't tell the Volkswagen people I said that. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Shake it. Bad. Alright, let's see. Oh, I don't even have this ran through the right hole, I don't think. I don't know. I may just pull that straw out the back, then have to try to refeed this whole cable. I don't know. Probably going to cut this orange cable, take the tape off, pull the straw out, try to feed it the way it's supposed to be, with this orange cable still in the back. Oh, I can't see it. This orange cable still in the back, and try to feed it all back through, because I got it coming through the hole. It may not be the right hole though. Guess we'll find out in a second. I'm pretty sure I'm about to jinx myself, but I'm going to try to pull this flared piece right here through the front of this shroud, and if that works, I may be home free. We'll see. But gosh, anytime you're working on a car, never say you're so close, or that it may be easier than you thought. Never say those things. So I probably just shot myself in the foot. So I just can't quite fit it through. But as soon as Larry Eugene's done using the barn throne, we're gonna have the pull the extension cord out of there and hook up this thing, see if it still works, and perform a little bit of Volkswagen adultery and grind just a tiny. I'm so close, just a tiny bit of metal off that hole, and I can put a zip tie or a little bit of tape or something like that to make sure it holds in place right. Man, I'm nasally. Thank you, young man. So the Dremel didn't work, and apparently I've been recording for an hour, so when I walked off. I guess it was still recording. But I got the Dremel for free. I'm gonna clean that up just a hair. Just make me feel better about life. And I'm gonna throw a little bit of tape around it. Make sure it ain't too sharp. Oh, not sure about this tape. There, Eugene got it. It looks pretty neat. So, this is about to go back in. I'm gonna try a new trick that I learned just yesterday on filing that hole. But we'll get back to that in just a second. Volkswagen tire makes a pretty good seat. So I got this all taped up to hog heaven, and the idea is that it'll slide over that line and kind of still protect it some. And if I've got some, if I can get my hand back there, I may slip some rubber hose over it just to make me feel even better about damaging this thing. But I'm about to move over and try my new learned trick yesterday and get a little metal out of the hole on the fan shroud. This is a courtesy of Scott Day trick. I'm gonna pull this throttle line out of the way because I don't want to damage it. Push it at least out of the way some. And drill. Wait, drill. Attached to a flat file. Not a flat file. You're supposed to make sure it spins the right direction. I don't know which direction is the right direction, but we're just going to try it both ways. So it's definitely reverse. I'm gonna see if that's enough. If not, do some more. So my phone died right as this cable erupted through the fan shroud hold. Or gave birth to? Yeah, that sounds good. But I just took off a teeny tiny bit of material around it and it came right on out. So that's that. Pretty excited. Larry Eugene's beating on something over there. But I'm gonna put that back piece of metal back on and reconnect this throttle cable and see how much better it works. I've got a return spring somewhere. This particular carburetor, which is the 30, let's see for the focus, 30 pick 1, and for the life of me, I can't figure out where the return spring would mount anyways. I'm gonna, of course, Google it and try to find me some pictures of the pick 30, or however you pronounce it. And on the van, and most of the ones I've seen, you know, there's a little spot that it hooks down here, and there's a little hole and you hook it in there, and then there's a part hanging off the carburetor that you hook it to. So I'm gonna Google that, or if I don't manage to find it, the sun decided to come out and I can't half see. But if you ever do this trick, don't use that tape I used, some kind of bunker tape or something. Where'd it go? Because it took forever to get off of there. But with all this extra slack, it slid right in the barrel, and I'm about to tighten that down. And there we go. So right there is the fuel plug, and these are the drains. I'm gonna try to take the fuel plug out. All that is a bolt with a 17mm head. Went at the parts store and picked a wrench up and went around and found the bolt with the 17mm head. So I'm gonna see if that'll get the fuel plug out before I go draining anything. I tried and tried with my little bolt and a pair of nuts, or a pair of vice grips, not vice grips, channel locks. But then I went to the van and found this nifty thing that a student made for me from the tech school a few years back. So it's right size head. I wish I would have had it welded to a bigger drive, but we're gonna try this out and see if it works. I'm still trying to get the filler out. I want to make sure I can get that out before I drain anything. Look at that ridiculous setup. We'll see what gives first. This car's been kicking my butt today, and I got, I think, a sinus infection or something. Ooh, somebody just shot something. Anyways, we're still working on this thing, but kind of giving up on the fuel plug for right this second. Just right this second, not forever. but I might just let it whoop me for right now. Larry Eugene's cutting a template for the floor so we can put in some kind of temporary floor. I don't know, maybe today we might take this thing for a quick little spin around the yard. Nah, probably not. Larry Eugene made us a little template, see, upcycling, from the new carport we put the van under. I got a video on that. And when I cut it out of this sign a buddy of mine gave me. Don't worry, didn't steal it. He works for a road crew construction company thingy-majig. Now, did he steal it? I don't know, I didn't ask. But, anyways, that's going in there. And then, or at least we're going to try. And then I'm going to do another video because I'm about to wrap this one up. It's probably 26 hours long. The next time, we're going to be painting this fancy stuff on, maybe tomorrow. And see how well it works. It's a rust converter. So, there it is temporarily in there. Like I said, we're going to go back with the rush converter, and probably going to actually go back and weld a piece of sheet metal in. This is mainly just a temporary solution, which may last a few years, who knows. But if I was going to leave this right now, I'd at least silicone around it or something. But, like I said, it's probably a 2-hour long video. I'm going to wrap up here.